the 20th Century Fox theme tune. Dun 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 da 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 da. I can't get the high part though. That doesn't work. So everyone, welcome. Now to something peeping in my background here. Now to start this camp off. Firstly, huge thank you to everyone signing up. Fantastic, really delighted and really appreciate you all taking the time to be part of this. That's number one. The second thing I want to do, and you'll just give me a second here, I'd like to say welcome to you all in your own languages. So for the Latvians out here, you have to give me a bit of space here. Laipni Ludzam, hope that's right. For the, where's my paper here? I've got it all in this one here. I'm kind of organized. Here we go. For the Swiss, partly French and partly German. So bienvenue or herzlich willkommen. For the Poles out there, welcome Poland. Witamy. Hope that's right. Hungary, this is the trickiest one for me. Üdvözöljük. Hope that's okay. Italians, benvenuto. Czech Republic, Vítajte. Slovakia, Vítajte. For Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, the Scandi countries, welcome. And for Scotland, England, USA, and of course all our Canadian friends out there, welcome. So everyone, welcome to our camp. Delighted you're all here. As I said earlier on, kind of a bit scary in a way, nervous. There's a bit of an echo here, Per-Erik.
Yeah, it's echo on you at the moment, I think. Strange. Is it echo on me as well?
It's okay on you, yeah.
Okay, so
that sounds a bit better, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. So I know, as I said, amazing, and this the start of this this build-up now has been fantastic. There's been some amazing activity on Instagram and Facebook. Pictures are sent in, amazing. Some really great training pictures. Great to see you all active out there. There's been some really cool videos already, presentations. So delighted to see that. And yeah, just thank you everyone for being part of this. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of this, one top tip that I'd like to give you all, there's going to be a lot of information this week. And on the summer camps that we've had before, when we've had the Skypes with the stars, there's so much information and really good quality stuff that's coming out. It's really easy to forget stuff. So a really top tip is get yourself a notebook or use your computer, make notes, because you will forget stuff. Now, the goal for us this week is if you could get maybe 1 or 2 or 3 bits of fantastic information, that would be super for this week that you can take with you. But if you can write stuff down, you're going to remember a whole lot more stuff. Some of it might be relevant to you just now, and some of it might be more relevant to you in the future. So, yeah, make notes. That's the biggest tip I can give you. So maybe we should present ourselves, guys. Per-Erik, can you present yourself first?
Yeah, I'm Per-Erik, work as a project manager in the Lillehammer Olympic Legacy Sports Center. So I'm connected from Lillehammer, and I will also tell a little bit more later on today about the Legacy Center and why we are involved in this really cool curling camp project.
Thanks, Per-Erik. And Petter, or as I call him, P-Dog, P-Diddy, P-Daddy.
Mr. P. Yeah, hello, I'm P-Dog. I'm from Norway, from Lillehammer, actually. Right now I'm back home in Oslo. And daily I work in the Norwegian Curling Federation, but I have the pleasure of working with James in the Nordic Junior Curling Tour, and working together with Per-Erik and Jostein in doing this project. So it's really really nice. Curling has been in my life all my life. From I started in '94. Sadly, there was no curling in the Olympics at that time, but the Olympics was held at my hometown, so maybe that inspired me. I don't know.
Okay, P Dog, thanks for that one. And we're gonna do some presentations, obviously, on the Facebook, but we'll get back to that later. But myself and Petter and Per-Erik will post another presentation about us more personally. So I guess I'm your host for this week, James Dryburn, from Scotland, living in Sweden, coach Denmark, quite European, I guess. Again, I'll tell you more about myself, and obviously just now I'm the president of the Nordic Junior Curling Tour, and the creator of quite a lot of stuff around the NJCT, with the help of amongst other people, my right-hand man, Per-Erik there in Norway. And as you all know about teamwork, in terms of curling, teamwork's important, and none of this can be done without the help of Per-Erik, who's been a fantastic help with the admin and the structure of getting this all started and in this team's meeting, and obviously with Petter as my ball plank to help me with all my ideas. So thank you guys for helping me with everything so far. Okay, so we do just a quick introduction about the summer camp. This is the third year of summer camp now. The first 2 years we've had the physical camp, and obviously this, because of COVID, we had to cancel this year, but we didn't want to leave you all in the stick, and we decided to go for this digital camp. Now, we'll talk a bit more about the camp later, but basically we have our camp in Lillehammer, and as Petter said, it was the host of Lillehammer was the host of the '94 Olympics, so it's a fantastic place to have a curling camp. Very inspiring for curling, and we have 50 places every year for the camp, and we focus a lot on quality rather than quantity. So we don't want to just push people into the camp and have as many people as possible to try and make cash off it. This is, for us, is a plus minus zero venture, and we want to do it with as good quality as we can. So that's the idea behind our summer camp, basically. But more information coming about that a little bit later. But if you've never been to the camp, make sure sign up next year. It's a fantastic week, a lot of fun, a lot of information, and a beautiful setting to be in. Again, as Per-Erik has said, he's from the Lillehammer Olympic Legacy Sports Centre, and Petter from the Norwegian Curling Federation. And this is all done as a collaboration between NJCT, Norwegian Curling Federation, and LOLSK, as it's known. I love that name, LOLSK. It flows off the tongue, LOLSK. Now, LOLSK is something that we probably don't know so much about. Per-Erik, could you tell us a little bit about LOLSK?
Yeah, I will very briefly tell a little bit about the Legacy Center here in Lillehammer, and I will also try to share a presentation for you now. So if you, James, can confirm very soon that you see my screen, hopefully. Do you see the presentation, James?
Yeah, perfect. Looks great.
Yeah, great. So, like you said, Lillehammer hosted the Olympics in '94, but they also hosted the Youth Olympics in 2016. And this Legacy Center, where I work, started after the Youth Olympics, as a legacy after the Youth Olympics in 2016. And yeah, our mission is to share competence across nations. We really focus on young athletes, young coaches, and coaches in general, and young sports leaders from all over the world. So we have a slogan. You have probably seen it already. It's also in the back of the t-shirt, the camp t-shirt. We like to say that when you attend this camp, you will hopefully even train better, be better training, lead better, and we want to share it with the world. So that's the slogan you should remember from today: train better, lead better, and share it with the world. So, but we don't just have curling camps internationally. We have international cross-country camp coming up next week. Also digital this year. We have a para-Nordic skiing camp, who was supposed to be held in April, but due to COVID, we postponed it to next year. We have a ski jumping camp for women, and we also are developing a brand new Nordic combined camp. And for us, it's all about the young up and coming athletes. So the main focus is athletes, in the age group between 13 and 20. And also the coaches. The coaches are really important for us, and we believe it's important to involve the coaches in order to share knowledge and develop the winter sport in general. And like the Youth Olympics here in Lillehammer really focused on, we want people to come here to meet each other, to learn from each other, and that we share knowledge across different nations in order to make the sport bigger worldwide. And like you said, James, of course we would have loved to have the camp in Lillehammer also this year, but I think this digital camp is it's a great thing to do in these days. But we will try to focus on it also this week. But of course, the social part is really important when we are in place here in Lillehammer at our camps. We have a goal to make friendships across nations when we are here. We have a lot of social activities every day. We have coaches meetings in the evenings for the coaches, and we also have famous athletes joining us to give advices to both the coaches and the athletes. And we will also have a lot of as you know, well-known name joining us during this week. And then of course we have good facilities here, and we have try to have really high quality of the training and the camp in general. So that was very briefly a little bit about Lulsk, you said thanks to us, James. I have to say thank you to you. You have been so important for this camp, and you're doing such a great job. So it's a pleasure to work with you, and I will I trust in you, so you can take it away from here. and James,
we'll see. Thank you for that, Per-Erik. Nice to know that someone trusts me at least.
Just one quick thing.
Sure.
Should we just? I started the recording, so I think everyone have got the message that this meeting is recorded. But just so people know that, or at least they're not on the video, so it's.
Sure. Just a question, Per-Erik. I saw in the chat there some people have left the meeting. Do we still have people dropped out, or are they still?
Can be someone losing.
Just to check.
It's still the same number in total, so maybe they fell out and join in again if they have bad connection.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're fine.
Excellent. So thanks for that, Per-Erik. Very short about Lulsk it was. There's lots more about that, and you do a fantastic job there in Lillehammer, and we're delighted that you're partnering us with this project. I'm going to also do a quick presentation about NJCT, Nordic Junior Curling Tour. For those of you that know about it, it could be interesting for you anyway, because when I was doing this PowerPoint this morning, there were so many things I realized, oh yes, we do that, and we do this, and we do that. So maybe some things that you didn't realize that we do. So let's see if I can start my presentation. Could be a challenge. PowerPoint.
I believe you can do it.
First time I'm trying this, so there we go. Look. No, it's not that one. Could be. Could be. Can you see this, Per-Erik?
I'm afraid not yet. Something's coming up here. I think it's loading in. Yeah, I can see it.
This wasn't the right one.
Okay.
So this is why we're doing this kind of stuff, because you know, it's new for us. There will be certain things this week that don't work out so well. So you're just gonna have to stick with us, and just yeah, hopefully it's all gonna work out.
Could I do stall you a bit so
Please.
you can? Yeah. So I was wondering that there may be people sitting together watching this. That might be that the numbers are so low at our end. So if some of you are sitting together, 2 and 2 on one computer or whatever, please let us know so we can have kind of real numbers.
So they were writing in the chat, Peter?
Yeah. So you're streaming the stream. This is going meta. Hi, Magan.
So we are just waiting for the presentation from James.
Yeah.
Anything to add from the Curling Federation, Peter, about the project?
I'm just going to give you a quick bit of information there, Per-Erik.
Yeah.
I said everything. It was on mute. This is my wife Megan here, and she's helping me because she's quite good at this stuff, and I'm obviously not quite as good. She was on the team that won the bronze medal in the Olympics in Nagano in 1998, so the first Olympics. So we have an Olympic bronze medal in the family. So well done. Very good.
Thanks. But your menu is different from mine, so I'm not sure.
You have shared the screen now, James, I think. We can see like you're sharing your
go down
screen.
to the bottom there. If we've got the screen on then.
Yeah.
How, maybe down here, is it?
So if you're able to get your presentation on the screen, we should see it, I think.
If you just go on to, if we open up, can you tell me now, just Per-Erik, if we open up a PowerPoint just there, can you see this or not?
Not yet.
They'll see the same.
Yeah.
If I send this to you, Per-Erik,
yeah,
this
I will share it. Sure.
Okay, let's try this. Eric, there we go. And it's exciting, people, and thank you for your patience. It was all going really well until it was my turn. Okay, I sent that to you now, Per-Erik. Maybe, in fact, hold on. There's one button there that I did see.
Okay.
No. Did you get anything?
Yes, soon enough.
So yes, so just a little side story there. Thanks for your help, even though it wasn't any help, but thanks for your help anyway. Yeah, no, I met Megan in the Olympics in '98, and I was there as a reserve for Team Great Britain, and we came 7th, and Megan came 3rd, and that was great for her. Not so great for me. Okay, there we go. Now things are happening. Cool. Thank you, Per-Erik. So I guess everyone can see that now.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
So we can let's just try and rattle through this now, because I know we've taken a bit more time than we should have done. So let's go to the next slide then. So what we do is the basic idea with the NJCT is that we started this to try and create international competition for the Nordic countries, for the curlers. So they didn't have to travel too far, but they could travel and play against other teams from other countries a little bit closer to home, at least. One of the main focuses that we've had from the very start with NJCT was to have an all-round development. So we're not just focused on the kids getting an experience and becoming elite curlers. There's so much more to it than that, and we want to make sure we focus on that too. We create new opportunities, we open doors, and I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. And we have fun. We make sure we have fun, because let's face it, sport is important, but it's really important to have fun, because if you're not having fun, then you're not going to enjoy sport. So that's a high focus for us to make sure we get it done. So the tour itself, the basic tour, it's a collaboration between the Swedish, Finnish, Norwegian, and Danish curling associations, as well as a couple of our main sponsors, Foxglide Sportswear and Hardline curling equipment. The World Curling Federation also helped us to get this whole project started back 4 or 5 years ago now. So they've been on with us, which is great. And as you see at the bottom there's a picture at the bottom, and the idea for us is that it's for kids between the age of 12, 10, 11, 12, up to 19, 20, depending on what level you're at and where you are on your curling journey. So our basic idea: one event in Norway, Denmark, Finland, Sweden each season. You gather points for participation, for every win that you have during the events, and for how you place in the event. The top 8 get points. One of the things that we've realized that people don't quite understand, this is open to everyone. This isn't just for the Nordic countries. Some of the prizes on the tour are just for the Nordic countries because the associations pay for that. They put money in to keep the tour going. But every event is open, so it's like any other event. If you're from Canada, Brazil, USA, wherever you're from, if you have a team and you want to compete, you're more than welcome. So let us know, and we'll help you as much as we can to get you in. As I said, we have a sponsorship from Foxglide and Hardline. Foxglide sponsor, in terms of the 2 winning teams on the tour, the junior girls team and the junior boys team. They receive a clothing sponsorship for the coming season. And Hardline provide an equipment sponsorship for 2 teams, a girls team and a boys team, that we pick out, myself and the NGCT reps. We pick them out, and 2 teams get that. They're developing teams, so probably younger teams. Then we have an OTP, Over the Pond Junior Exchange Program, together with Mark Kennedy, who's our speaker tomorrow, and that's focused on under 17 teams that are developing. So, as I said, we focused on the all-round development, and you can see some of the pictures on the side here. So it's not just about the curling, it's about the fun, the social, like Per-Erik said, making these international connections. That's really important for us. And even this week, we'll be doing that. Even if it's digital, we're going to create situations where you can meet each other digitally and have an experience, albeit an adjusted experience for this season. So on the tour, we have great curling events. So we want to make them good for the people who are trying to compete, trying to be elite, but also great for the ones that are just in it for playing and having fun and enjoying curling. Always a social event at each event, so you get to know other people from other countries. We have, on the educational side, the NGCT is focused on media training. So we try and set up a little studio like we have behind us and do interviews, so you guys get used to that. So when you come to play at Europeans, Worlds, Olympics, Canadian Championships, these big events, you're used to doing the interviews and having a camera and a microphone in your face. Summer camp, obviously, huge educational experience, and the Over the Pond as the cultural, learning a new country and being in the mecca that's Canada for curling. We also do charity work. We have a raffle at least once a year where we gather money. Elite players donate clothing, T-shirts, brooms for this charity, for this raffle. And the money goes often to research for children's cancer and children's rights in society and so on. And finally, here we have further opportunities in terms of opening up for youth coaches. If you want to be ice makers, there's a picture of Oliver down there. In the bottom corner there, he was making ice at one of our events. Photography, we try and get kids involved in the photography side of it, if you like that. Design, a good example of this is our logo, the NGCT logo, was made by one of our competitors from Denmark. We sat together and we drew this. So there's plenty of opportunities. And if you guys have got ideas and thoughts, get in touch and we'll see if we can make it a reality. So creating new opportunities and opening doors then. The Over the Pond Junior Curling Exchange. Summer camp, as I said, this is things that didn't exist 2-3 years ago. The NGCT Mixed Doubles Championship and pathways for you guys. So the Over the Pond. I can say I've never looked as good as I have in that picture. Delighted. Absolutely. I've got hair in that picture. But beside Mark, I just don't have any hair. But anyone beside me, Per Eric, you might give Mark a little run for his money with the hair, but he's got great hair. Anyway, the Over the Pond Junior Curling Exchange. It's a program that myself and Mark put together. He likes to give back to junior curling too, and he has a competition in St. Albert. So if you click on these points here, Per Eric, and we can just rattle through them here. So this is a collaboration with Mark and Nicole Kennedy in St. Albert, which is a suburb of Edmonton, or close to Edmonton in Alberta, Canada. So each year, 2 teams from Canada, 2 teams from the Nordic countries get to do an exchange. So we send our teams over to Canada, and they send their teams back over to Stockholm for the exchange. And amazing times we've had together. And like I put at the bottom here, the key for that is it's not about going over and winning. Of course, that's fun if it happens. But the key to that is building lifelong memories, getting these experiences of being abroad, learning about jet lag maybe, and mainly, most importantly, making friends that you'll have hopefully for the rest of your life. Lillehammer Youth Curling Camp, collaboration between LOLSK and the Curling Association in Norway. As I say, classic Olympic venue with this legacy. A lot of people talking about legacy. Lillehammer was actually the last smaller place to hold an Olympic Games. Since then, it's just been big cities that hold it. And I hope in the future that we maybe go back slightly towards the smaller cities. Get me if I'm right here, but Lillehammer, I think, has a population of around 50,000, 45, 50,000.
25.
25, yeah, half that. 25,
yeah,
30.
Sorry, I wasn't finished. 50,000 divided by 2.
Yeah, good.
Okay. But anyways, like I say, beautiful place. We have curling every day. We have physical activity every day, and we have a social event every day. We take a walk up to the Olympic ski jump to the opening ceremony venue. If you've never seen that, go and Google it or YouTube it. Fantastic place. As I said, we play only 50 places for the kids at the camp between 13 and 19, and that's to focus on the quality, not the quantity. We feel that 50 people we can have a relationship with. More than that, it starts to get too busy, and it becomes very on the surface. We don't get down into the details too much. So 50 is a good number for us. Coaches are always welcome, and we like to encourage more coaches to come along, be part of the camp, learn, and be part of the education. Help us learn as well. It's all a learning process for every one of us. And just as I had in the picture down there on the bottom, you'll see there's 3 people there, Matthias Brendan, Audrey Wallbank, and Odne Berkevit. And these 3 were youth coaches at the camp last year, and they've all been part of the NGCT in some way. So fantastic having them on board. But there's opportunities for new people every year. Stick with this. There's a few more to go, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. I know you guys are all interested in what's happening with the broom. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, next thing, Mixed Doubles Championship. This is a creation I hoped the World Curling Federation would have a World Junior Mixed Doubles, but they've been kind of busy with everything else. So instead of just waiting for it, I created it myself. So we have a Mixed Doubles Championship in Stockholm. This past April would have been the second one. And you see the picture there of the first year. There was 12 teams involved from, I think we had 8 different countries. This coming season, it would have been 16 teams from 12 countries. So it's expanding. It's a really cool thing to do, an unofficial World Junior Curling Championship. And I'd like to say a little thanks at this point or a little hi to, right in the middle there of that picture, the guy with the biggest, broadest smile, Sam Steep and McKenna McGovern at the back. They won the World Juniors last year, so they're our reigning World Junior champions. And one of the really cool things, apart from all the fun stuff we do at the rink, is we go out for a little boat trip in the archipelago and have a dinner together and have some fun stuff. So If you want more information about that, get in touch with us and we'll let you know. And these are all our partners here. This is Pathways for Your Curling Journey. Now, for us, it's really important. It's not just about elite people. If you want to go elite, that's great. You're going to find your way. You'll work your way through this and you'll have that drive. But a lot of you out here just love curling and maybe don't want to go elite. There's lots of different journeys you can go within curling. And with all these people here, like you see on the screen, like the Over the Pond Exchange, the LOLSC with the summer camp, the Junior Slam series that you're going to hear more about from Byron Scott. All the associations are helping us to keep the NGCT moving, and Hardline and Foxglide, they're helping us create this fantastic opportunity and this fantastic chance for you all to be part of and to enjoy and to learn from. And I hope you take it with both hands like that. And finally, if you haven't already done it, go on Facebook, Instagram, and like Nordic Junior Curling Tour. It's always good for us to have lots of followers, and we appreciate that. And as I say, one final thing I want to say is that the NGCT is, we do this for free. The money comes in, the money goes out. Anything that comes in, it goes straight back into the tour or directly to the events for your experiences. So we don't make any money off this. And that's because I think that's just the right thing to do. Whew. I said enough now. It was supposed to be 2 minutes presentation, Per Erik.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Almost.
That was the short version.
That was 2 Scottish minutes.
Exactly. Okay, so let's get on to the introduction for the week. Now, before we get the schedule up, just a couple of things. We're recording the sessions, so just be aware of that. And if it's the case that if your internet drops out or if you can't make a session for any reason, please let us know and we'll get the recorded session to you as soon as we can get it organized. We can't promise it's tomorrow, but we can get it done as soon as we can get it done, basically. Correct, Per Erik?
Yeah, we will keep you updated regarding that. Yeah.
Super. But obviously, if you're on the live sessions, then you have a chance to be part of it and ask questions and get more information. So please be part if you can. And the other thing I want to just mention, the GDPR rules, this fantastic thing that is against any form of common sense. But common sense is a tricky thing. Just know that any pictures you put up on Instagram, Facebook, or if you're part of this recorded session, that you agree to the GDPR rules. We just want to make that extremely clear from the start so we don't get any problems afterwards. So I hope that's okay. Super. So let's crack on, Per Erik. Quick run through of the schedule for this week. If we can get that on the screen, that would be super. Excellent. So we're doing our check-in and whatnot, presentations. We're doing all this today. In a minute, we'll talk about how the sessions will work and the presentation and whatnot. I guess you've all seen this, but I just want to run through it for those of you that haven't seen it. Photo competition coming up, the Hardline NGCT brooms coming up soon, and we've got a special guest, really cool. And we'll have a bit of time at the end for questions if there's anything. Monday, Mark Kennedy's coming in tomorrow, talking about controlling emotions, physical fitness. Photo competition again. There'll be a new photo competition for every day, and I'll talk about that in a wee while. And then we'll present the physical session on day 2. Each day, this physical session will be presented by myself or Petter, and we'll get into that in some more details later on. But the sessions run in the same kind of way. Tuesday, Peter de Boer from New Zealand, Scotland originally, now in New Zealand, talking about playing tolerances and percentages. And then in the evening, we'll have the coach session with Byron Scott from the Junior Slam series. Byron's got some fantastic ideas about everything, but he's going to focus mainly on how to work around the COVID situation just now. And then we'll have time to have some coach interaction there as well. Plus the next broom winner and the physical session number 3. Wednesday is going to be busy. We've got Robin Bryden and Ross White, 2 up-and-coming superstars of the game, transition from junior to senior. Physical session, photo comp, and Byron Scott will also be on. So we'll have a double session that day with a little break in between. So 4 till maybe around about 5, 15-minute break, and then 5:15 around to 6:15, somewhere about there. And if I know Byron well, I know he's got plenty to say, so it might be 6:15-ish. Thursday, Oscar Eriksson. I guess you all know Oscar from Team Adin, fantastic player. Maria Pritz, former European champion, world silver medalist, Olympic silver medalist, now the head coach for the Swedish Curling Association. I think the first female head coach in the world, actually, of one of the top nations. So amazing duo there. Physical session and the hardline broom winner. And then on the last day, we have a bit of a special one on the last day, because we have a live physical session with Einar Kolseg, where you will have your telephone and you try and follow along with what's going on. We're going to try that to see how that works. And then 2 players that are very in the highlights just now, Kerry Einarsson and Val Sweeting. Kerry Flett Einarsson, because she's married now. Mental fitness and goal setting and positional challenges. They've had a team of skips, and they've had a lot of interesting discussions how they should work their team. And at the end of the week, we'll have the winner of the week photo competition. Plus that, we need a bit of feedback from you guys at the end of the week, what you thought was good and what you thought what you think we need to improve on if we do this again, or when we do this again, perhaps. So, again, if you've got any questions about these things, you can write it in the chat group. But the easiest way, I think, to do these things is if you send these kind of questions. If you've got general questions about the camp, send them on Facebook or the Instagram group on direct messages, and then we'll get back to you as soon as we've got time. Cool. So that's the schedule. Oh, there's a couple of special guests as well. It's my creative side. I've got a couple extra special guests coming along as well. I invited them along. They were too curious. They couldn't stay away. So they're going to come in and say hi, hopefully on Tuesday and Friday. A little cliffhanger. Cool. Petter, are you keeping a little eye on the chat in case there's any questions coming in?
I am. Yeah. It's a technical question for you, Per-Erik. This is recorded. Will the chat be available in when you see the recording afterwards, or?
No, I don't think so. Just,
no.
It's streamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess like any other chat group or forum, then keep it sensible, keep it good. We want to have fun, but we want to keep it on a decent level as well. So use your common sense. There's no GDPR for that, but use your common sense for the chat groups. Otherwise, Per-Erik will press that big button and stop you. Okay. How the question?
Question here for the schedule to email it. But it has been published on the Facebook, or?
Yeah, but I can also add it to the email. We'll probably send an email after or tonight, so I can. Yeah.
We are going to send out the physical session for tomorrow as well. So maybe do both the program for the week and the physical session, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
And I think the email that we sent, that Per-Erik sent out last week, has the schedule attached to it, but we'll put it onto the other groups as well, just to make sure that you know, and that's kind of why we went through the schedule now, just to make sure, because I guess some of you haven't read your emails because it's summer holidays. I understand that. Okay, let's crack on here. So how the sessions are going to work. So when we have our live sessions with the guest speakers, what I want you guys to do is do exactly like you're doing, microphones off, cameras off. And if you have questions, put them on the side, and myself and Petter will moderate the questions. And the questions that we find most relevant, what we'll do is we'll invite you to come and turn on your camera and ask the question. Now, hopefully this is going to work. We're going to try something now. So I'm going to write here questions. So this will be questions for example, Mark Kennedy, questions for James in the chat group. Now, I'm hoping that, and we've prepared this, something we did earlier, Heidi Holt, who is our youngest person at the camp this week, 11 years old. I'm hoping that Heidi now is going to help me and she's going to write a question there on the chat group. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see if Heidi's on. If she's not, we're going to go to someone else. Okay, so let's try. Let me see who else we could ask. I tell you what, let's do my big brother. He's the reason I started curling. Hold on. Oh, there's Heidi. Sorry, Stuart, you almost got in. You're back off again. Hi, Heidi. So Heidi, can you put your camera on and your microphone on? There's obviously, I forgot there's a slight delay, isn't there?
Hello.
Hi, Heidi. Have you got your video on?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there we go. There's Heidi. Hi.
Hi.
So now you get a chance to be to say hi to everyone. Although you've done it already really well on your video presentation, now you can say hi in live.
Hi, everyone.
Nice to see you, Heidi. So, do you have a question?
Yes. So I have to write this down because I can't really remember everything really good. So I get a lot of power coming out of the hack in my tuck slide, but people tell me that I should slide with my flat foot. Should I change my slide?
So, is the question that you were breaking up just a little bit there, Heidi? Is the question you get a lot of power coming out of the hack and you need to and you have a toe slide, and the question was if you should have a flat foot slide?
Yeah.
That is a tough question. I think the answer to that is it all depends. One of the things with the toe slide is there are some issues that you can have with your knee, maybe later on, maybe not now, but later on. Flat foot is probably better. It's better for balance, I would say. But the biggest thing on any slide is to make sure you're sliding on line. So whether you do a toe slide or a flat foot slide, it really doesn't matter too much. But for me, the big thing is balance and that you don't get any injuries later on. Obviously, knees and hips are the big one for if you play for a longer period of time. So yeah, that was the short answer. Thank you for your question, Heidi. Brilliant that this works. And we'll see you again during this week. And by the way, I love that picture of you and your skateboard.
Oh, thanks.
That was very cool. So if you turn your camera off now and you're signed off, Heidi. Super. So that's how it's going to work this week. When we've got the speakers on, you guys put the questions in. We'll invite you to, myself or Petter will invite you to ask your question, and you put your camera on so the speaker can see you. And that gives you a little connection together with some of these superstar people that are on the talks.
And James, if they also have a headset available, it would be so great, because then the sound probably will be better for us, and they will probably hear us also better. So
super. So if you want to ask your question, obviously it's not essential, but if you have a headset, please use that. It makes life easier for us. Excellent. Okay. That's that part. Just a little note, the speaker's obviously well prepared. We've had a meeting, as you've probably seen already. I've been in touch with the speakers now for the last month or so, weeks, and they've been asking questions. They're getting prepared for this event. As you would expect any top level athlete, when they're asked to do something, they do it extremely well. So in return, I'd really appreciate if you guys, if you know Mark Kennedy's coming on tomorrow, prepare some questions that you would ask Mark Kennedy. And then during the event, maybe if something's come up, then you can obviously ask that question too. But the more you ask, the more you're going to get out of the this week. So have that in mind. All right, get rid of this paper too. Oh, that didn't work too well. I was trying to be cool. There we go. I was trying to be like Skavlan. For you Norwegians, you'll understand that. Okay, P-Dog, P-Daddy, P-Diddy. P-Daddy because he became a daddy this year. That's why we call him P-Daddy. Talk to me about the physical sessions, how it's going to work, and maybe present the first physical session for us.
Yes, can you hear me? Or seems like my computer is not liking this.
Perfectly.
You can hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, nice. So for tomorrow's session, for you to focus on prevention, which can sound kind of snorry, but it's an important topic for you. Right now, you're young and you feel indestructible, and I did as well. But I can tell you, and maybe James can as well, that there can come a time when injuries start to develop. So I might need your help here as well, Per Erik, because
should I share the screen? Or
yes, if you can go to the web browser and search for Fit to Play, or you can go to Skadefri if. Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the page. To tell you a bit about this this page is Fit to Play is kind of a resource center developed by the Norwegian Sports Trauma Center with the Norwegian School of Sports Sciences and the Norwegian Sports Federation. So they have developed evidence-based articles about different kind of injuries you can get in your sports. And we did a project with them last year with curling, and we made some videos. And what we want you to do tomorrow, firstly, is to go to the page. Or you can do it tonight if you want to, but have a look on the page. First thing, you click on choose your sport, and obviously go into curling. And then you'll see a couple of videos. Go through them, choose 4, 5, 6, or how many you would like, and then make your own training session. These exercises are developed to help you prevent injuries. So they focus on your joints and your muscles in your potential problem areas. So what I really want you to keep in mind when you do the exercises is quality over quantity. It's much more important that you do the exercises the right way than that you do them how many times or fast. So some of you might recognize the models. It's Magnus Vågberg, the son of Lars Vågberg, who won the Olympic medal with Paul Trolson, and it's Maja Ramsfjell, who's the daughter of Eiger Ramsfjell. So, and they did a really good job of showing the exercises. So tomorrow's assignment is firstly to have a look at this page, go through and pick some of the exercises that you want to do, make a session for yourself. And when you start the session, remember to warm up. And as I've written in the description, is when you start your warm up, obviously some of you may have your own warm up routine. I want you to keep in mind that you start with the big body muscles. So you start with your legs and your arms, your abdomen, your back, and then start focusing on the more skeletal closed muscles. And then, of course, you go through the sessions. And if you have questions about this, please reach us in the Facebook page or the Instagram. As James said, I'm a dad as well, so I won't promise to answer your questions right away, but I'll try to do that as fast as possible. But I think it will be self-explanatory for you. And hopefully, maybe you'll learn something new, or at least you'll get some new tips. So that's basically what I wanted to for you to do tomorrow or tonight.
Or today.
Or today. Yeah.
It depends what time zone you're in, of course.
Yes.
Now, just a quick technical question that's come in. I got a message now that they can't see us. Can people send a message in the chat to say, can you see us and hear us, or can you just hear us? Part of me says, I hope you can just hear us. I'm not the man I once was. Casey and here, both. It looks like it might just be my big brother. He might have just turned me off, actually. Stuart, if you turn me off, then that's okay. You know what I look like. In fact, I know what you look like. And I know I'm going to look like you in 10 years' time. So look in the mirror. Get a mirror and put it in front of your screen. You'll be fine. Okay, so it seems to work out okay. Now, a couple of things. We've got our special guest coming up really soon now. So get yourself ready for that. Some of you have sent your videos, presentations in already. Delighted to see them. Excellent. Our plan was to do that we would have, because there's so many that are presenting, or so many of you at this camp, 177 people, I think. There's 2 people that snuck in at the end there. But what we'd like to do is try and do this by country or by groups of countries each day to try and spread it out. Because as we talked about, one of the big things is about meeting. There's about meeting other people and presenting yourselves. And think of this as a little bit of media training as well. So do your video, present yourself, and yeah, I think there's potential sponsors out there as well that might be watching. So make it fun, make it presentable, make it nice, and do it together with your team if you want, or friend, or however you want to do it. Now, today we thought we'd have the coaches. So any of you that are coaches out there, and that includes you, Sam Steep, you're a coach now, you're too old for juniors. So all the coaches, myself, Petter, and Per-Erik, post a video on Facebook, I think we said. It might work on Instagram, not sure, but we tried to focus that one on Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, send us a message and we'll try and put it on for you. Use your parents' Facebook or get Facebook, one of these things. So it's the coaches, myself, Petter, and Per-Erik today. Tomorrow it's Canada. Tuesday, Great Britain, so that's England and Scotland. Wednesday is International Day. So everyone that's not mentioned, the Latvians, the Poles, the Czechs, New Zealand, that's going to be a really cool International Day. USA on Thursday, and we'll save should I say the best for last? The Scandi countries for Friday. So the Swedes, the Danes, and the Norwegians. Let's see if it's the best. A bit of pressure on the Scandis now. If you've already sent your video in, don't worry about it. You can do another one if you want, and say what country you're from. And you don't have to say all the things I sent out. You can say some of the things, but you guys can choose. You can figure it out. The videos that have come in so far are fantastic. So it's been lovely to meet you all. But let's try and get it all focused onto the right day. So coaches, myself, Petter, Per-Erik today, Canada tomorrow, and then I'll remind you about the next day after that. Okay, should we move on? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. P Daddy's, P Daddy gave me thumbs up. That's good. Cool. Let's move on to our secret guest of the day. Dun, dun, dun. I wish I could have a drum roll. Now, this isn't just any person. This is someone that's has been involved with curling all her life. This is someone who is a curling nerd. The first time I met this person was I was at their house when I think she was maybe 9. And I was picking up some stuff from her father. And she was homesick from school. And she was sitting watching VHS tapes of old curling games. And this was when she was 9 years old. So it's no big surprise that she's had the fantastic curling career that she's had. And I tell you what, why don't you just put yourself on the screen before I say any more?
Hi, everyone.
Now, let's see if you can get the video on. And it's Anna Hasselborg.
Hello, everyone.
Anna, great to have you here. It was kind of cool because I spoke to you the other day and you were a little bit disappointed that you weren't part of this camp this year.
Yes, it's such a cool initiative. I wish actually I was a participant and could just have been like tagging along and learn from so many skilled athletes. It's very cool. I wish this was something like this when I was a junior.
That's cool. And Anna, most importantly, aside from all the curling stuff, you're M dog. We've got P daddy and we've got A mummy.
Yes.
Hey, mummy, so you've become a mummy now, Anna. Congratulations from all of us here. I think everyone would love to say congratulations to you. Tell us about that.
For sure. It's very cool. It's very overwhelming becoming a mom. We're having a lot of fun, and it's enjoying life and learning about our new life together. And I'm very excited to bring her along on all the cool adventures that I get to do because of all the curling. And my teammates are thrilled to have her on the team, to tag her, to be a part of like her upbringing, they say.
They're like extra mums, right?
Yes, for sure they are.
Well, they normally say it takes a village to raise a child. So you've got the
It takes a curling team.
village. Curling village to raise a child.
Yes.
Cool. And tell everyone what's her name.
Her name is Mira, or Mira on Swedish, but you can say Myra.
Okay, that's wonderful. It's a beautiful name.
Yes, thank
and we've seen some pictures. Looks amazing, and we're looking forward to meeting her soon, as soon as possible.
Yes, I'm looking forward for her to meet all the cool curling people out there.
That's great. So Anna, you're talking about you think this is a really cool thing, and you would have enjoyed to have this experience as a junior. Do you have any tips or thoughts for everyone here before the start of this week?
Yes, I do. I heard James say that you should take notes because you don't know what might be interesting for you in the future too. I think that was a great tip. I really think you should listen to him on that. He actually knows what he's saying sometimes. So do that, take notes. And also, I think you should try, even though this is like a different kind of camp where you are interacting with each other through social medias and online. I think you really should take the opportunity to try to speak to each other across borders of countries and try to make it as in real life as you can, because that is really something that the older I get and the longer I've been in curling, I think I enjoy the more. I have so many friends through curling, and when times like when Myra came, I got so many messages and so many presents and gifts from all over the world, and it really came to me. It really made me understand how cool this sport is, that we get to have friends like that, even though we are hating each other when we're on the ice, and we can love each other off the ice. And so try to make friends and take notes, because I know there will be some really cool people coming along this week.
That's some great stuff, Anna. Thank you. And yes, sometimes if you can sift through the information, sometimes there are some things that I say that are irrelevant.
It's good that you have bringing guests on, because I know Oscar is coming, and Val and Carrie, I know they are pretty smart. So it's a good thing that you're bringing guests on, so it's not all you.
Yeah, thank you. There's only so much you can put up with, right? So Anna, one of the things I asked you to do today is to be part of this photo challenge, and you got to be part of this in terms of it, that you're going to look through the pictures, or you've looked through the pictures that we put on Instagram. So Anna, for all of you out there, Anna's been stalking your pictures when I've been putting up the last 2 days now. So And we thought we had a result, and then there was some more pictures came in. Oh, that one's quite good too. And then there's more pictures and more pictures. So it's been a really cool thing, eh? So what did you like about the pictures just generally?
Generally, I think you have so much advantage on us old athletes, actually, because you look so fit already. You starting to do the fitness regime on your early in your career. I think that is so important. I always been doing sports and different sports all my life, so I really like that you did different things and stayed active, and that is really really good for your curling and of course your life. So generally I really like to see that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite amazed actually by the amount of I was thinking people do lots of it. There's a lot of people doing a lot of physical training out there.
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
everything from the cool one hanging upside down doing sort of reversed chins, and people working with their sheeps and their animals, and it was really cool.
Really cool, really cool.
So Anna, now we get to the big. Let's see if we get this right now. Make it exciting. Should go the other way. The hard line.
The best in business. Ooh, what a nice pad too.
Do you like that, Anna? Do you have one of these?
Yes, yes. That is so cool. Yeah, I would love to have one of these.
I'll get you one of those.
Yes.
I'll get you one of those. That's okay. Oh, I'm good to you. That can be your little present. So, Anna, tell us then. Everyone's really curious now. Who is the first winner of this wonderful broom?
Yes, first of all, I'm really happy that Hardline is collaborating with you guys, because, to be honest, it is the best in business. It is for sure. We've played it since we started with this team, and there's nothing like it. It's we can bring like a pack of like the whole pads for the whole season. It's like this little package. It's so cool. Plus, it's the best broom. It's light and very cool. So thanks Hardline for doing that. But yes, let's
hold on
go.
A second, Anna. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the picture up here because you told me which one you chose, and I want to see if I can find the picture now so we can show it on the screen.
James, are you doing like a drum roll or something? Or
I
because I heard you singing in the beginning.
Was the drum roll better? Thanks. I agree. The drum roll was better.
I like the singing too.
What I love most about you, Anna, is your honesty.
I like the singing.
Okay, thank you. I'm struggling to find this, but you guys can go on and see it on Instagram or Facebook. You've got all the pictures on there. I'm just going to see if I can try and find it here again. Nah, I can't find it just now. Of course, that was the one thing I didn't prepare, which I should have done. Or maybe here. Last try. No. Okay, so we'll post that later again, the winning picture.
Okay.
So
I will go with the motivation first then.
Go for it.
Yes. Okay. I loved seeing you pushing your boundaries. I love seeing something different because I think it's very cool to do all kinds of stuff. I think that will make you a better person, a better curler when you get older. It was a very cool picture, and
I found it, Anna. I found it.
You found it. And I think it was a cool way to use actually melted ice. So here the picture.
Yay!
So Maria Glushinska.
Good
Congratulations.
Hey, congrats, Maria. And
so
we'll be in. That's a fantastic picture.
I would love to do that.
I would love to do that. That would just be before I fell backwards, I think, straight into the water. But it looks great and really cool. I agree. Great picture. Great motivation, Anna. And great equipment.
Yes.
Hardline stuff. Yeah, super. So we'll get this organized for you, Maria, and we'll be in touch about how that's all going to work. Anna, what's your plans for the start of the season?
We're going on ice pretty soon, and then as the COVID situation, everyone knows that plans are hard to make, but we are trying to make a and a B and a C and a D plan. and staying in Europe, hopefully, and get to compete. It's a very positive thing that we have so many great teams here in Europe. So hopefully we'll get to go to Lillehammer for the European Championships. And yeah, that is pretty much as we can plan. But hopefully start the season in the Åland, actually, Puff Masters. A little different kind of season for us, but it is for everyone. So just
Cool.
adapt and adapt and improve, I think.
Sounds like a good strategy for any curling season.
Yes, it is probably.
Excellent, Anna. Well, listen, really appreciate from everyone here that you took your time out today and being here, and thanks for your time and thanks for your help with the photo competition.
Of course.
And
And
enjoy.
sorry, I told you that you should tell everyone that if you have any questions directed to me, I think you have many great athletes that could answer the questions as good as me. But if there's any questions that would you like to specifically ask me, you can send them to James, and I will try to give you an answer through James, because I really like what you're doing here. So anything that I can do to help you, I would love to do.
Super, Anna. Thanks. So what we'll do with that is you guys send me messages on Instagram or Facebook. I'll pass them on to Anna, and maybe Anna, you could do a little video, and then I'll post that on Facebook and Instagram, so the guys can all see it here.
Yeah, cool.
Super.
So have a fun couple of days, guys, and enjoy yourself and have a great time.
Enjoy the rest of your summer, Anna. Thank
I
you.
will. Bye bye.
Bye bye. So super. That's a good start to the week. I hope you all enjoyed that. Great seeing Anna back in action. Now, two things to do before we go. I realize we're just slightly over time now, so I hope you can all stick with me a little bit longer. Photo competition for tomorrow. So every day we're going to have a slightly different theme. So the photo competition for tomorrow is this. Have a picture taken while you're doing the physical session tomorrow. So Petter's physical session, you make sure someone can take a photo, some cool photo of one of the activities that you're doing, and send that in the same way you've done before. And Mark Kennedy, if you're listening, you'll be in charge of choosing the winner tomorrow. So no pressure on you there, buddy. So that's one for tomorrow. I'll put a reminder about that. 3 reminders before we go. Number 1, you've got your physical training to do. Either do that for USA and Canada and that side of the world. It's your day now, so you might want to do that already today. For the rest of you, you can do it either later tonight or tomorrow. The second part is the photo competition. Get those photos into the Instagram group, and I'll pop them up as much as I can. As Petter said, I'm also a father and I'm busy doing other stuff too. But as much as I can, I'll try and get as many pictures up as possible on Instagram and Facebook. And number 3, tomorrow we've got Mark Kennedy. Mark, legend of the sport. We'll say more about him tomorrow, but get your questions prepared for him. It's going to be a fantastic session. Per-Erik and Petter, do you have anything else to add?
There's one question from Katarina here. She is wondering if Insta is on the way to send pictures, and what is the Insta hashtag?
Yeah.
Or
I will find the link and post it. And I think also they can send a picture to me on email, so we can make it post it on Instagram if they don't have Instagram. Yeah.
So Simon saw a question there. What was the theme for tomorrow? There's a Wi-Fi crash. The theme for tomorrow is take a picture during your physical session, your physical workout that is injury-free, which is the theme for tomorrow. So doing some of the training that Petter was talking about a little bit earlier on.
And Stuart is wondering if there's a link for the physical session. Per-Erik will send that out on email just afterwards, and we'll post it on the Facebook and Instagram as well, if I'm not wrong.
There's the link.
Yeah. That's the link, but I will send it by email. And we can also post the program. I think James on
Yeah.
at
And
least on
for-
Facebook where it's easy to find. Maybe also
Yeah.
as a picture on Instagram, but it can be hard to read on a small
Maybe-
picture on Instagram.
Maybe the easiest thing would just be posting day for day things.
Yeah.
Everyone's been sent this stuff on email. So the schedule and everything's on the email. But we'll post the updates on Instagram and Facebook just to keep this whole thing rolling, and to make it a bit of fun as well. I mean, don't forget this is going to be a bit of fun, right?
Yep.
Have some fun.
Sure.
Oh yeah, that's one thing as well. If there's any questions you have between when we finish the session now, if you have questions, then put them on Instagram and Facebook. No promises we'll get to all of the questions, and no promises we'll get to reply directly, but we'll do it as quickly as we can.
And also, if you had some technical issues, please let us know so we can make sure everything works smoothly tomorrow.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, I forgot. I forgot Brazil. I don't believe I forgot Brazil to say welcome. And how do you say welcome in Spanish? Does anyone know, or Brazilian? My God, I can't believe that from Brazil. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Maybe
excited. The fact that Ben, here it is. Look, Ben. That's Portuguese. Portuguese. Sorry. Feels so bad. Benvenidos. Oh man, Brazil. I was so hyper about Brazil. That was one of the first things I said when I heard there was a Brazilian coming on. I was like, this is brilliant. He'd be on the Copacabana. He'd be on the beach there and having a cocktail and listening to this. It was that's amazing. So yeah, sorry about that. But I'll finish in Brazilian or Portuguese or I guess. Is there anything else we need to cover before we go? Because now we're 15 minutes over time.
I think we're good.
Nothing from me.
Excellent.
I will send a link like today for the meeting tomorrow. So it will be a new link for the meeting tomorrow, named day 2, Monday, in the invitation.
And the link will be coming out around about 15:30 Stockholm time.
Yeah, at the latest. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see it tomorrow. Yeah.
So somewhere
Latest.
between 3 and 3:30.
Yeah, could say so. Yeah.
Okay, just so people get. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So don't forget, if you have a theme tune, get that theme tune on there. We need a theme tune for tomorrow. Otherwise, you're gonna have to put up with me singing again. And like Anna said, the drum roll was better. I agree with her. She was being nice at the end there. She didn't like my singing. I got that feeling. All right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna finish in Portuguese here, I guess. Adios, amigas, amigos. That's Mexican, is it? I don't know. I'm terrible.
See you tomorrow.
Awful. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.